Fame has always been a powerful magnet, pulling people from all over the world into the heart of the film industry. People arrived with the hope that here, they would gain recognition, admiration, and a place in history. But the reality of Hollywood is far harsher than it may appear at first glance. Beneath the surface of success lies pressure, isolation, psychological breakdown, and the loss of one's identity. Many stars who smiled on screen and appeared confident in public were, in truth, battling loneliness, addiction, and constant scrutiny. This story has repeated for generations, and every year new victims emerge in a system that promises everything, yet often takes away the most important things: health, peace, and humanity. Marilyn Monroe is one of the most famous examples. Her face became a symbol of beauty and elegance. Her films made millions and her popularity was enormous. Yet in reality, she was fragile, insecure, and struggled with a deep inner emptiness. Her childhood was unstable and full of rejection. She grew up in foster homes, without a stable household and without security. Hollywood offered her opportunity, but it also boxed her into a single type of role that limited her. She was presented as an attractive, carefree blonde, even though she longed for respect as a dramatic actress. She studied at a prestigious acting studio and tried to break stereotypes, but the industry valued her appearance more than her talent. Her personal life brought her no comfort. 3 marriages, one to a famous athlete and another to a celebrated playwright, ended in failure. Monroe faced depression, anxiety, and addiction to medication. The more she tried to find happiness, the more it slipped away. Hollywood celebrated her, but never gave her the support she needed. She died at 36, and the circumstances around her death are still debated. But that is a topic for a separate video. Judy Garland is another example of how harsh the industry can be toward its artists. She entered the film world as a child and quickly became a star. But her success came at a heavy price from the very beginning. The studio controlled every aspect of her life. They regulated her weight, dictated her appearance, and even managed her sleep and energy through medication. As a young girl, she was given stimulants to endure long filming days and sedatives to sleep. This cycle of dependence followed her throughout her life. Garland struggled with low self-esteem and the belief that she was never good enough. Although incredibly talented, the industry abandoned her the moment she declined. She died at 47 from a barbiturate overdose. Her life shows that success does not protect against exhaustion, abandonment, and destroyed health. But it's not only actors. Filmmakers face enormous pressure as well. Stanley Kubrick is considered one of the greatest directors in history. His precision was both admired and criticized. He was known for demanding perfection, meaning dozens of takes and intense working conditions for the entire crew. Actress Shelley Duvall admitted to extreme emotional strain during the filming of The Shining, which affected her health. Kubrick worked in isolation, avoiding Hollywood and living a private life. His dedication to his work was nearly absolute, and some believe this intensity may have contributed to his death at 70. Robin Williams represents another kind of tragedy. He was seen as one of the funniest and kindest figures in film and television. His energy, improvisation, and warmth were legendary, but he struggled with depression and addiction. Early in his career, he battled substance abuse, and later a severe neurological disorder that affected his thinking, memory, and emotional stability. His death in 2014 shocked the world. People saw a cheerful entertainer, but not the long struggle with mental illness behind the smile. Heath Ledger was a rare talent who earned respect in a very short time. His role in The Dark Knight earned praise, but it also took a toll. Ledger tended to fully immerse himself in his characters, and this intensity may have contributed to his emotional exhaustion. He suffered from insomnia and mixed medications to sleep and continue performing. After a difficult breakup and the pressures of fatherhood, the strain grew even heavier. He died at 28 from an accidental overdose of prescription drugs. His death reminds us that talent and success do not protect anyone from emotional collapse and life pressures. Hollywood turns people into brands. Personality, emotions, and privacy take a backseat to market demands. The camera determines a person's value, and once they stop selling, the system moves on to someone new. Some face pressure about their looks, others about performance, others about staying publicly visible at all times. They lose the ability to be ordinary human beings. Every failure is public. Every personal problem becomes media content. Mental support is not a priority. Financial success outweighs the well-being of creators and performers. In many cases, concern for mental health is replaced with a single question: can they finish the job? This culture of performance and control has cost many lives. It is important to understand that fame is not the same as happiness. It offers visibility but often takes stability. Hollywood is a place where people must constantly prove their worth. No award, no success, no applause is ever final. Each achievement is only a brief relief before the next challenge. This world needs change. Artists are not machines. They are humans who feel pressure, fear, insecurity, and exhaustion like anyone else. We must build an environment where mental well-being matters as much as commercial success. Artists who entertain the world deserve support, not burnout and loneliness. Fame can lead to recognition, but it should not demand the loss of oneself. Every person deserves a life outside the spotlight, real relationships, personal boundaries, and the right to live without constant judgment. Hollywood will always be a symbol of dreams, but we must remember, no dream should cost the lives of those who bring it to life. If the future of film is to be healthy, it must protect the people who make it possible. Otherwise, tragedies like Monroe, Garland, Ledger, Williams, and many others will continue. And their legacy will not only be their work, but also a warning. Without humanity, fame becomes an empty shell. Hollywood is not only about adult actors who voluntarily enter this world of pressure and competition. It is also a place where children grow up without ever knowing a normal life. Child stars are marketed as success stories, but the truth is often different. They have strict schedules, almost no privacy, and enormous performance pressure. Their childhood is replaced by responsibility, cameras, and constant evaluation. Many later face mental health problems, addiction, and difficulty living ordinary lives because they never had the chance to build a stable identity outside the spotlight. Some were controlled by adults who made every decision for them. Their appearance, weight, behavior, public image, everything dictated by the industry. When the spotlight faded, often nothing was left. The media watches their downfall as eagerly as it once watched their rise. Their pain becomes content. It is a reminder that a child's talent is not a reason to glorify the system, but a warning about how easily innocence and youth can be exploited. The entertainment industry builds idols as precisely as a factory builds products. Actors and singers do not become icons naturally. They are crafted through marketing, PR, manipulation, and control. Fans believe they admire individuals, but often they admire a project engineered by producers, marketers, and publicists. In this world, a person becomes a brand. Their name becomes a product, their face becomes a tool, their life becomes a commodity. Privacy loses its meaning. Personal boundaries become obstacles, and if someone refuses to conform, the system replaces them. There is no room for weakness, illness, or fatigue. Those who cannot keep up are left behind, and success for one is often built on the sacrifice of many. The system does not need happy people. It needs performance, attention, and a public willing to believe that fame equals victory. And yet, despite all the darkness we've uncovered, there is another path. Not to blindly admire, but to see clearly. Not to accept the illusion, but to ask what lies behind it. Never forget that every image, every story, Every star has a human face that deserves respect, protection, and understanding. Fame can be loud, but truth is often quiet, and only those who look without illusions truly see. If you want to continue exploring hidden layers of our world, stories most people never hear, and be part of a community that sees beyond the surface, subscribe. Watch, think, and never give up your ability to see.